Hey everyone, it's Shadow DTV coming at you with another Marvel Snap deck profile. Today we're going to be checking out a Pool 2 control deck. This deck is great at controlling the board, affecting our opponent's turns. It's a really cool deck, really fun to play. There is a bit of skill involved with it, but once you start learning the locations and the decks that you're coming up against, this deck is absolutely amazing and it's a ton of fun. Lots of thinking involved, really get the brain going. The brain thinking. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tons of Marvel Snap content coming out here at Shadow DTV. Guys, we hit 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. We're almost at 600. It's been absolutely insane since the game launched. You guys have been amazing. And thank you guys. Give us the thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. Now, if you are missing any of these Pool 2 cards, let us know in the comment section what cards you're missing. I'll be sure to help you out. Find a suitable replacement until you unlock it. But this is the deck list. If you want to play it, the deck list is in the description. You can copy and paste the deck straight into your Marvel Snap game and play it right now. Alright, let's get into the video. So this is our control deck using only Pool 2 cards. We're going to go through the deck. We're going to play some games with it so you can see how it works. Now, the most important cards to the deck are our big finishers, White Tiger, Odin, Spider-Woman. These cards are very, very important. But we've also got some other cards to, control what our opponent's doing. So let's get into it. We've got Iceman. Iceman adds +1 cost to a random card in our opponent's hand. Sometimes it hits a card that they needed to play on a specific turn, and we stop them from doing that. Korg shuffles a rock into our opponent's deck. Sounds like, a bit of a whatever card, but if they draw that rock, that's one less card that they're going to play. They see one less card per game. Really, really cool. Angela, when we play a card here, Angela gets +2 power. Overall strong card. We're going to be buffing it a ton, so definitely want Angela in the deck. Scorpion, on reveal, our opponents get -1 power to all cards in hand. So this is great. We're stopping our opponent from playing, their stronger cards, and we're weakening their weak cards. So their 1-cost cards are going to have, 1 power now, which is pretty average. And it can also affect some of the numbers with things like Iron Man. Iron Man doubles the power at the location. If their cards are worth less, they're getting a lot less power. Mr. Fantastic, he gives adjacent locations +2 power. Good for getting power in locations that we can't access and just buffing our locations. Storm actually floods the location. Basically what this means, the next turn is the last turn to play cards there. And then we can use things like Mr. Fantastic and White Tiger to put cards in that location. So that's where a bit of the control element comes into it. Now, Enchantress is great against ongoing cards. It just, on reveal, it removes all those ongoing abilities. Now, we're not playing any ongoing abilities, so we are safe to play Enchantress at any location other than Mr. Fantastic. So, definitely want to make sure you're aware of that. Jessica Jones, on reveal, if you don't play a card in next turn, we get +4 power. Jessica Jones ends up at 8. Great card to play on turn 4 if we don't play Enchantress. Now, White Tiger is going to add a 7 power Tiger to another location. That's great. And we can reactivate that with Odin. Also, we've got Spider-Woman as another option. On reveal, all enemy cards here get -1 power. If they fill a location with 4 cards, they're going to get -4 power. And then, of course, with Odin, we can do that again. And at 7 power, Spider-Woman is very, very strong. Then we've got Odin, which activates all our on-reveal abilities again at that location. So we could have, let's say we have, we've got White Tiger, we've got Jessica Jones there and White Tiger. We can trigger both of those. Obviously, Jessica Jones, we'd have to play Odin on turn 5. It really depends on our locations and things like that. But just triggering White Tiger again is absolutely insane. And we've got America Chavez for turn 6. We always draw Chavez on turn 6. This is great because it thins the deck. We're not going to draw her before then, so it means we're more likely to draw our other cards. And we've got Chavez as a fail-safe in case we don't hit our combos. So let's get straight into some gameplay. Let's see how the deck goes. Again, guys, if you want to play the deck list, the description is down in the description. You'll be able to play this deck straight away. Guys, I hope you're enjoying these Pool 1 and Pool 2 decks that we've been making. We just want to get these decks in the hands of players, want to showcase them a little bit so you can see what they do, and also helps you decide if you actually want to play them. Now, New York, we can move cards there on turn 6, so we're happy to not play cards there right now. It gives us more options to move things there later. So we've given our opponent a rock. Hopefully they draw into it. Now, Kamar-Taj on reveal effects happen here twice. That would have been great with Korg. I think we're happy to play Angela over here. Because again, we can move cards on turn 6. Kind of want to leave Kamar-Taj open for some of our other powerful cards like White Tiger, Odin, things like that. The Scarlet Witch has changed this right location. We get +1 energy. That's great. We could play Jessica Jones this turn. I think it'd be a neat play. Let's say we play Jessica Jones over here. We're not going to play anything here next turn. Now we'd love to draw a... We really need to get Odin in hand. We need White Tiger. We need Spider-Woman. We need something strong to play other than Jessica Jones. Now we could use Storm to shut down a location, but we really need like something like White Tiger to get into that location. Our opponent's doing a lot of thinking. Now Ironheart's good to play at Kamar-Taj. It's going to buff a bunch of their cards. It's going to get them pretty powerful here on the right. Playing cards here though is going to help out Angela a ton. Scorpion here is fantastic. And then maybe an Iceman. Seeing as we haven't drawn any of our other powerful cards, I feel like that might actually be our play right now. Because I mean, best case we draw White Tiger. We're not going to draw Odin because we're going to draw Chavez. So if we draw White Tiger, we can always play that. Our opponent's thinking, they're thinking. Now they've got a lot of empty slots at Kamar-Taj, so we've got to be careful that they don't have any crazy combos. It looks like they're probably going to try play like White Tiger Odin as well. Let's see what Sidekick does. Sidekicks. Taking their time, taking their time. Not a whole lot to think about yet. Okay, so they've played Cloak at New York, which is interesting because we can move cards there anyway. And they've played Armor here at Kamar-Taj, which is very interesting. And we've hit them with -2 to all their cards, and we've upped the cost of 2 of their cards by 1, which is fantastic. Now we get Spider-Woman. This is great. This is great news because we can maybe move a card out in case we end up with Odin. So what would we move out? We'd probably move out Korg because he's not going to be useful next turn. And maybe we move Angela and Jessica. Jessica Jones is 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we actually want to play cards at Angela's location. What are we doing next turn? I think it's actually okay to move these. I mean, best case, we're only playing 1 card next turn. Actually, maybe we leave these here and hope that they move their cards. Yep. I'm locking it in. Okay, so they've played Kingpin. So Kingpin is an interesting card because Kingpin, any cards that move there on turn 6 get destroyed. Now, our opponent can play things like Magneto. He'll move our 3 and 4 cost cards, which would be... I guess Jessica Jones would get moved there. This is interesting. If Jessica Jones gets moved there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 we can get to here. We're going to get to 14 if Jessica Jones moves. But if Jessica Jones doesn't move, we're feeling pretty good. Or we could go Mr. Fantastic Storm. I think Chavez is the right play. I'm not going to snap because I'm not confident. I don't know what they have up their sleeve with this Kingpin. And they're playing an Odin here. That's going to be pretty good for them. I think that's going to get them enough power. Yes, because he's going to activate twice at Kamar-Taj. That is unfortunate. Yes, I was not too confident there. They had a lot of power on the board. And unfortunately, we lose that one. Okay, let's get into another game. You do need to remember, guys, that a lot of these decks, we're playing against, people with pool 3 cards. They've got the meta decks, so we're not playing against, new players. So it is, these decks, I guess, are maybe a little bit weaker compared to, the decks that you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of cards that you haven't actually seen before. But I mean, that's great. That's how you're going to learn the game. Eventually, you're going to be in pool 3. You're going to be coming up against all these cards. So you want to be ready for that. We get a 9 power monster. Probably want to play Angela over here. Purely because we want Angela at an empty location so we can really buff her up. We get Stark Tower. This is interesting. We could play Mr. Fantastic here. Next time we could play Scorpion at Angela's location. I've played Ironheart. We can play Scorpion here. And we can get a White Tiger. And then we can get an Odin. Oh, no, we can't. Turn 6. Our cards cost 1 more. Okay. Let's play Jessica Jones here. And then I guess we got to play Odin. White Tigers probably seem smarter. The problem is, if they hit us with an Odin, they're going to go pretty nuts. Unfortunately, I think we just have to play White Tiger and hope for the best. We've got a draw here, and we're winning here. But if they hit us with an Odin, it's going to be pretty nasty. Maybe we're just playing like a Chavez here. It's pretty bad because if they get just any buff here, they're probably just going to win. I think we just play White Tiger. White Tiger is going to spawn here or here. I think we just play Chavez. White Tiger could spawn here and we win both of these. I think they're just going to buff their cards anyway. I'm convinced that it's going to be an Odin. So we're going to win this location if they don't buff it too much. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Wolfsbane will get them over the line. And they've buffed the Korg, so they're going to win this. Oh, so close again. Unlucky. But guys, that is the control deck. The pool 2 control deck. So yes, there's definitely some more powerful cards that we can add to the deck. So definitely stay tuned. I'll do a pool 3 control deck as a later video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're almost at 600 subs, which is absolutely amazing. Guys, I'm Shadow DTV, and I'll catch you in the next video.